Or is there anything you can tell us about Quinn and or Petey?
Yeah, Petey's not going to. They're not going to make the trip. Petey is probably a week away, give or take a day here or there, and Quinn's probably week to week. That's kind of probably the update we have for them.
Just playing devil's advocate a little bit, because he was questionable for the game against San Jose, and I know you said he wanted to play well and won, but in hindsight, like, should Quinn have played that game?
Yeah, well, you couldn't have hurt what he has wouldn't hurt him anymore. He's just a tough kid, and he won us the game with a couple assists. I don't think him playing. I don't know. I don't think it would have made a difference. But we're all hockey players. Where do we? You want to play? As he got it out for us, and we won the game.
How did that play out? Because when I talked to him after the game, he said, "I know he wants to play, but it's my decision." And of course, there's probably a medical aspect to it. How did that play out?
Well, what happens? You talk to doctors, you talk to the player, then you put your coach's hat off, and you come to that kind of then you come up whether he plays or not.
You played a game in Ottawa when you got punted early and won that game in overtime. Will you take something from that, plus your road record this year? The next 10 games are pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, they're all tough. Every game we play is tough. You saw last night. So you play the cards you're dealt. There's some guys that are getting some opportunities, and they got to handle certain situations correctly. And some of these guys are getting a lot of reps. It's going to make us better in the long run. It's going to make better players of other guys too.
I mean, these games happen. Okay, I mean, 5 years ago, the Canucks went in with Pittsburgh.
Was it the first game here?
Yeah, I mean, they happen. Well, they happen, but Juleson told me in the room that this one's going to be hard to get over. Partly caution for him not boxing out and the puck away and off of. But as a coach, is that other thing to get through to your players?
Yeah, but Jules, it's not just him. The spotlight. So okay, there's a couple of mistakes, but there's other mistakes there by a lot of guys with 4 or 5 minutes left. It's even line changes. It's there's a lot of little things that shouldn't happen. They did, and for me, for Jules or whoever, we got to get over it. To me, today's practice, that extra energy, we got to play a tough Calgary game. Like, there's no just crying or spilt milk right now. There's mistakes being made. Let's not make them again. That's really what it comes down to. Eliminate those mistakes.
Sometimes we talk about shorting shifts up front.
Yeah.
What about defensive? How does that apply in terms of just shorter shifts and making sure you're not out there too long, exposing yourself? I know a lot of it has to do with execution, but there's a time element.
Well, execution is a big part of it. It's also changing properly, and it's also the forwards knowing, hey, we're running the D out there very quick. Sometimes we have 4D going back to back for whatever reason for line matchups.
So
sometimes you got to get that puck in deep so they can get off and get a breath. So it's just not on the D. It's also the forwards got to help them out.
How do you plan to handle the goaltending? I mean, this week, they're right back to backs. And Lankin has a great road record. To keep all that in perspective.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Lance is going to play on this trip, and Denver. I haven't really decided yet, but Lance is definitely going to play.
Let's grind these bitches down here.
Won a hockey game is fucking great. Wasn't fucking pretty. I stuck with it the whole fucking way. Got the fucking 2 points.
Verlander, reach shot, score! Tom Verlander loads up, score! Tom Verlander for Brad Marsh, and he's hanging around the front of the net, around the front of the net. And then as he tries to gather him.
Quinn, thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.